We have breaking news just outside of Lincoln. The Huskers have hired Dana Holgorsen to be an offensive consultant. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my live reaction. What does this mean for the Huskers, and why is this big news for every single Nebraska fan? So really quick, if you're pumped up about this move, I know I am, hit that like button. And hey, if you're new to the channel or still a returning viewer, make sure to subscribe. I post Nebraska football content every single day through thick or thin. So if you're a diehard fan, make sure to subscribe. You will not regret it. But without further ado, let's get into the news. You see it, we're recording from the car, but it was just announced that Dana Holgorsen will join this Nebraska coaching staff effective immediately to be an offensive consultant. Now, it should be noted, he is not going to be the offensive coordinator. He's not calling plays. He's not even going to really have an active role in practice, but he's going to be a part of this coaching staff, at least for the final 3 games, to try to improve things and try to get this thing on the right track. Now, what should be noted about this hire is not really the impacts of this season, because although I do expect the offense to improve with Dana Holgorsen, I expect us to have a little bit more flair, the play calling to get a little bit better, the red zone play calling to get a little bit better. What's interesting is what this means for next season, because there's already been reports that Marcus Satterfield's going to be gone next year. He sold his house in the offseason. His family's no longer living in Nebraska. We knew this already. So we knew that Marcus Satterfield isn't going to be here next year. Now it adds the question, who's going to be our offensive coordinator? Glenn Thomas next year? Or now Dana Holgorsen, who's with the coaching staff? Again, Dana Holgorsen, a guy with plenty of experience at West Virginia, at Houston, one of the best head coaches, honestly, in the last 2 decades. Plenty of experience. A lot of guys love him around the country. Just as an offensive mind, I think he would be the right move at offensive coordinator. Again, a guy who can recruit very, very well as well on top of it. So interesting move here by Nebraska hiring Dana Holgorsen. It's interesting because I reported, 10 months ago at this time, that Nebraska was looking to hire him back in January. Nothing ever came of it. Dana Holgorsen wanted a little bit more power, and we didn't end up making that move. Well, turns out 10 months later, Matt Rhule says, hey, I kind of made a mistake here. I'm going to go ahead and hire my boy Dana Holgorsen and see what comes from it. So, again, interesting move coming out of Lincoln. I think this is going to improve the offense. Now, if you're expecting Nebraska's offense to take a complete 180 and for us to have one of the better offenses in the country in these final 3 games, that's not what's going to happen. He just doesn't have enough power, and you can't really do that mid-season. But I expect it to improve, and then we're going to have a real conversation on our hands in a matter of a couple weeks. Is Dana Holgorsen going to be our offensive coordinator going forward? Glenn Thomas going to be that guy, or are we going to get an outside hire? I think it just depends on how well our offense produces and how well Dylan Raiola can play under Dana Holgorsen's leadership. So, again, significant news coming out of Lincoln today. A little bit shocking. Again, somebody told me that Dana Holgorsen was in Lincoln yesterday. I didn't really think too much of it. Like, okay, Matt Rhule said he was, using outside sources to, consult on the offense, but I didn't think he was actually going to make a hire there. I was clearly wrong. And Dana Holgorsen is now a part of this coaching staff. So let me know down below your thoughts around this move for Nebraska. What does this mean? Are you pumped up about Dana Holgorsen adding to the staff? Let me know in the comment section. And hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go up a grade, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.